Twitch's death, murder or suicide? There have been some updates to the recent death of Twitch or Stephen Boss. Keep watching to know more. Hello everyone, welcome back to Knee Jerk. In today's video, we will uncover some details found after further investigation of Twitch's death. The news shocked everyone around the world, and many fans suspected there was something fishy going on. We will be looking into the theories that fans have come up with, as well as new details are given by family members of Twitch.
Stephen Twitch Boss, a dancer and longtime DJ for the Ellen DeGeneres Show, he's died.
Stephen Twitch Boss, known to millions as the longtime DJ on Ellen DeGeneres' talk show, confirming he took his own life at the age of 40.
Everyone is in pain and trying to make sense of it, and we'll never make sense of it.
So stick around until the end to get the full scoop. Before we get started, make sure to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Alright, let's get into it. In our last video, we explored Twitch's life and how he ended up on The Ellen Show. We also talked about how the police found out about his death and what his wife said. So let's give a quick recap of everything that's happened so far. For those of you who don't know, Twitch, whose real name is Stephen Boss, was a young DJ, dancer, and co-executive producer of The Ellen Show. On December 12th of 2022, he was pronounced dead at the Oak Tree Motel. After the police arrived at the scene, his death was said to be a suicide. The evidence was that he left a suicide note, whose details were not released. When this information was revealed, suspicions already started arising in people's minds. Twitch has a family with a wife and 3 young kids. Fans were hoping that his family would reveal some reasons why he committed this act, but unfortunately, no details were provided at that moment. His wife just came to social media to confirm the news and also share some heartfelt comments about his marriage. She claimed that he was the best husband and father any family could ever ask for. Many of his friends on social media also came out to share their devastation. It is clear that Twitch was also deemed as this loving, kind, and caring soul. So why did he commit suicide? It is obviously very easy for us to sit behind a screen and make assumptions about what was going on in his mind. But his family life seemed to be doing very well, since he had a loving wife and beautiful kids. If we look at his work life, that was also going great. Stephen was made the co-executive producer after being a DJ on The Ellen Show for so long. In recent episodes, he was even the host of the show, and fans seemed to really enjoy his presence. So where did it all go wrong? This is when people start suspecting there might have been a turn of events that the public doesn't know about. Let's talk about some new updates. Stephen passed away on December 12th on a Wednesday. A day before that, he left his house unexpectedly without saying anything. His wife, Allison Holker, noticed his behavior and tried to communicate with him, but he didn't say anything. Afterwards, she went to the local police department in Los Angeles and filed a critical missing persons report. Allison told the police that his behavior was really odd since he never randomly leaves like that, and most importantly, he never fails to communicate his plans with her. After this report, a 911 call for his dead body was made. However, a small detail was given that he left with a bag with him when he went to the hotel. Let's look at what the police witnessed when they reached the hotel. The staff revealed that Twitch failed to check out of his hotel room on time, which is why the maid entered his room and eventually discovered the body. He was found in the hotel's bathtub with a gunshot wound to his head. There was even a hole in the wall because of the gun. The bag that he carried with him was also discovered, and it had nothing of that much importance. Once the body was discovered, it was taken for an autopsy, which is when it was revealed that he shot himself in the head. Now that we know what happened, let's dig further into this. Firstly, why did his wife report him missing after an entire day he left? Him leaving without any prior notice was a strange thing in general. But after he did not return at night, why didn't she go and report him immediately? It would have been completely different if he had called her or talked to her, but there was no communication since he did not pick up the calls. Why did she go to the police only a few hours before he was found dead? After hearing this detail, things do look a little fishy. Secondly, why would Twitch just randomly leave his mansion worth millions of dollars to go to a random motel of cheap quality? Let's say he just wanted to relax or maybe take some time off. Wouldn't he have gone to a better motel that had some privacy as well? This was a strange thing, especially since he is a celebrity who had to be way more cautious about stalkers and fans invading his space. Usually fans notice celebrities immediately when they are in public places and ask for pictures and photographs. So why did no one ask for pictures or notice him at the hotel? It all seems super sketchy, since it is weird for a well-known person to hide this well. Furthermore, one of the biggest clues to solving any investigation is camera footage. And it's weird how no one saw him in a car or getting in with someone or even checking into the hotel. It is either that the police are hiding something or the hotel has deleted the footage. If the footage has been removed, then this entire scene does seem to be planned. Let us know in the comments down below what you think about this. Could it be that all these clues are coincidences, or if his death was plotted beforehand? Recently, Twitch's grandfather spoke out about him. Before that, only his wife made comments about his passing. His grandfather, whom Twitch was very close to, said that he didn't observe any signs of mental health problems in Twitch before his suicide. Eddie, who is 84, said that he talked to Twitch several times before he died and thought everything was going normally. His last words were, "I love you, Dad." It seems like Eddie is just as confused as the general public is, despite being very close to him. He even said that he met a few weeks earlier and Twitch seemed to be the same happy and cheerful guy that he always was. So where did this suddenly come from? It's quite sad that even his own grandfather is unsure whether his death was a suicide or a murder. People also noticed how the investigation was closed immediately after the autopsy was finished. There were headlines about a suicide letter being discovered, but the details were not shown. The responsibility lies on the wife to open the investigation to dig deeper into what actually happened. However, she did not and closed the case forever. This once again seems a bit fishy. Won't a wife want justice for her husband and her kids? Given that she also has the resources to start an investigation again, it is definitely weird that she did not. If we take a look at other family members of Twitch, such as his grandfather, even they want to know what actually happened. Another clue that makes this situation very fishy was that no one heard any gunshots in the entire hotel. How is it possible that no one heard anything? A gunshot is so loud that places afar from the hotel should have heard it, but apparently there were no signs of such activity, which was odd. Maybe if someone heard the gunshots and reached for his help, he could have been saved. But by the time his body was discovered, it was already too late. Furthermore, how can the investigation be closed without figuring out who the shooter was in case of murder? The very quick ruling out of the case to be suicide doesn't sit right with anyone. After observing all these weird instances, what do you think of this situation? Steven was at the peak of his career. He was making a good amount of money and had healthy relationships with people around him. Every single person that worked with him or was friends with him always had something good to say about him. Not only that, but how did no one see any signs of him struggling with his mental health? The whole case seems so absurd. Most people observe some signs like people not showing up to work or displaying demotivation or laziness, but Steven was clear of all these signs. It makes you wonder if it was a suicide after all. The police already declared it a suicide and the case is closed. Many people wish this case gets opened again so that justice could be served to Twitch and his family can get some answers. Till then, we can only offer our support to his friends and family. It must have been very hard for them to lose a family member so suddenly. His kids are also very young, and it must be very hard for his wife to manage everything alone. If you're struggling with your mental health, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Men's mental health is a taboo in our society, but it was just as important as everyone else. There are suicide hotlines and therapists available online that you can go to. Just know that you're never alone, and there will always be people there to support you. And that brings us to the end of this video. We hope you gained some knowledge about the recent updates on the case. Let us know in the comments down below whether the case should be opened or not. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this, and we'll see you soon.